So once you have your background and your full-bodied person, just please know that you're going to do a series of 5 seconds for each segment. So I want an intro that says 5 shot types. I would like for your animations for you to tell me what is coming up, what this is. All animated cartoons, all movies, they start with the title of what are we seeing here. And then the end says something. In this case, we're going to do That's All Folks. Everything else is these 5 different shots are going to be 5 seconds each. So we're going to go through that here. Notice that I have here all the stuff that we need. But what we're going to do is on our titles layer, you're going to essentially use a rectangle and you're going to use text to say 5 shots. Then every 5 seconds is 150 frames. 30 seconds, 30 frames per second times 1 second is 30. 30 frames per second times 5 is 150. So we're going in increments of that. So I've already set everything up here. I went to 150 and it'll say right above it 5 seconds. That's the last place where I have my 5 shots. And then I created a keyframe on 151. I used my camera to do a close-up, and my text, I've gone ahead and deleted the 5 shots here. You just, essentially what you would do is you click on what it says 5 shots and you click delete, but I don't want to do that. You're going to do that on this frame here, 151, and then add new text that says close-up. Your text boxes, the size is going to have to change every time. In this case, I did size 8. And then when I go to my next segment, which 150 plus 150 is 300 at 10 seconds, you see the 10-second mark down here. I changed that to a medium shot, and that is now 20, size 20. And I use the camera to re-zoom into here. I'm going to go back to talk about it in a second. Don't do any of this yet. I'm just going to kind of take you through it. So you have 150, 300, 450. We have our long shot. I changed the name. The text is now size 40, and then it's going to change in the opposite direction on frame 60 at 20 seconds. We have to make that extreme close-up. That's going to be size 3, and we have this. Now, for the next one, I haven't done it yet. So 600 plus 150 is now 750 is where we're at. I'm going to create my keyframes. So I click and hold Shift, and I add keyframes here. Now, you'll notice that on the camera, I'll move my timeline down a bit. Now, on the camera layer, we don't have that slider, which we need. It's gone. I don't know why Animate does it this way, but it's as simple as doing this. Make sure you click on that top layer right there so it's highlighted. You're going to uncheck you're going to click on the camera so it's the remove camera. We've removed it. But we haven't lost everything. It's still there. We click it on it again, and now we have our functions back. So again, if you don't see the slider, remove the camera, then add the camera back. Everything's still there, I promise you. On this one, I'm going to make sure that I zoom out, and I'm just going to have to keep repeating this. I click and drag, click and drag, click and drag, until we get an extreme wide shot. I'm going to see if I could even make it a little bit more extreme. That's a little bit too much because I've gone beyond the scope of what I have for my background. So that looks pretty good right there. And then, of course, I'm going to have to... my sidewalk is not there. Okay, so then I'm going to have to find out where this extreme close-up is. Make sure, by the way, I forgot to mention, all of your other layers, lock them. Just click on the little empty padlock area and you will lock those layers. So now when I click on the text layer, I could do a Command-A and delete whatever was there and add a new text. I'm going to change my font size to, I'm going to say about 400. This might be too big, but let's find out. So this is extreme. Yeah, that is too big. Extreme long shot. And I could always do Command-A to select all of that and change this. I'll try 250. That might be good. Maybe 200. Okay. I've got my extreme long shot, and I'll put that somewhere where it could be seen. This is a little hard to see, so I'm going to change the color to white. And, oops, did that work? That didn't work. White. I'll do a gray. There we go. Okay. That might be easier to see. Okay, now that's on 750. So we add 150 again, and we're going to go to 900. And at 900 is where we're going to add our closing title, which is similar to our opening title. I'm going to click on the titles layer. I'm going to add a rectangle. Let's do that yellowish again. Boom. And then I'm going to delete this text, or I could actually just change it from here. I'll just type "that's all, folks!" exclamation mark, and move that towards the center. And now you'll see everything I need is there. If I go back here, we see all that stuff. We change to "that's all, folks." I go to 1050. I have everything here. Oops, everything got larger for whatever reason. I don't know what happened at the end. Oh, I have an extra frame, so I'm going to cut that frame. And hopefully that didn't destroy everything. Boom. That's all, folks. That's the end of it. Save it. Export it.